Today, May 2021, I issue an idea, one that may be hard for some of our allies, but one that must be done before America can be whole again. The past 4 years have been filled with hatred and fear throughout our nation. First, the tragic events of shootings, the death of black individuals, and the deadly virus surging through all of us. All these things, and we are still stretched thin trying to redeem ourselves to the world for the image brought upon us. For these reasons, I feel that we as a nation should start to take a step back from the world stage, allow a brief time for the United States to heal its wounds from the inside out, so that when we are ready to move forward, we can become the model nation we strive to be, as we need our government to focus on their own country to help their own people, which is us. They sometimes are so distracted with other conflicts around the world when there are many conflicts in their own country, which I speak about American isolationism. During our time, our generation saw a diverse progression with our states, technology, and social media making it even easier to connect with others through the world. The progression of Yonics and naval infrastructure improving trade and the cultural tolerance that made help open understanding our people. This, however, did not last. America started to see the wolves among its sheep. Slowly, the hostilities between brothers and sisters rise as America did not face a foreign enemy, but the hatred among all of us. All this emotion continues to consume and burn our hearts like a fuse ready to be set off during this pandemic. Now we face social reconstruction, during which we attempt to reconstruct our image for the world, as any individual in a relationship can tell you. To be able to give love to those around you, you must first find love within yourself. Committing to the idea of reconfigured isolationism can help our nation by promoting innovation of internal manufacturing, governmental funding, and our focus on internal affairs, while still maintaining our international trade, border, and national security. We have made enemies from interceding in some problems. As we send our troops, we spend more money as well. If we become isolate, it would help our economy, as we would not spend money, of course, on sending our troops out there, which it would help our economy. I ask you now, my fellow Americans, to help me achieve our dream. While the changes may be, of course, scary, frightening, because who wants to be isolated? I understand. If we do our best to commit the following, we can move forward. First, we have to distinguish between our enemies' attempts to expand our territories or expand their military power, distinguish the intentions of our allies and enemies, and use our policies to maneuver ourselves out of hostilities. Continue to maintain and improve our military and emergency responders, become more active in our internal policies and innovation, and to strive to improve upon our nation as collective people. We need to all come together and take a stance and make a change. Of course, who wants to be isolated? But when we see many major issues that are ending with our own country, we need to take a stance and make a change. Our economy is a major issue. We're on a huge debt as our country owes trillions and trillions of dollars to other foreign countries. If we were to be isolated, we will save so much money without having to send our troops to other countries, literally on the other side of the world, and it's expensive. We are spending so much money sending our troops to the other side of the world, literally other countries, and not just money, but their lives are being lost while they remain hostile in other countries, which is they are outnumbered. Secondly, if we would seclude ourselves from foreign countries, we could affect the waste of our resources and use on ourselves, especially since we have so many people that suffer here in our own country. We have fellow people among us who suffer from food and resources while we send them out to other countries, and sometimes they even go up to waste. It would increase the focus on domestic policy. The government is way too distracted by other foreign affairs that they will sometimes reject their own domestic policies. As we have people dying innocently here in our country by our own fellow officers, and the government will not intervene and take their toll upon them. We need to make a change now and become isolated to end these major issues and focus more on our own country in which we live in. People of the United States of America, we call upon you to help implement these changes, to pursue reconstruction for our nation. Together we can help mend the wrong and have plagued our communities this past year. Let the world know that while we may have our share of hardships, we, the people, will always stand together in the unity of pursuit of happiness. Thank you.